a little bit better. No?
Are we live again?
Yeah, it's going live.
It was like
Are we there?
almost.
Alright.
There it is. It's live.
Let's
do it.
see. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Same garbage, different day.
still choppy. Bummer. And a suitcase salad.
Yeah. No. We still got the mayor, guys.
Sticking with us.
We're still choppy. Choppy.
I know, we're trying, guys. We're looking at all sorts of different things. I'm going to switch this good to 1.5. It's a fail, I say. It's a fail. Pure fail.
It might be a fail. Zoot, we don't know. Our for some reason the I don't know. The internet seems to be fine. I think the audio is fine. For some reason, just the picture is buffering.
At an outrageously slow rate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just do the radio show. We just talk. It doesn't matter.
Just turn the video off.
No, we gotta let it sit there so they can just see it's like a still of our beautiful Mayor McCheese says choppy video ain't the end of the world.
Thanks, Mayor. We appreciate that. We hate it.
Run it like this, where you on it.
I think
let's just do
just
it.
for a short few minutes, we'll have a really short, enjoyable, choppy live stream.
It might sort itself out. By the
Probably not, but we'll
know.
talk to you just for a few minutes, and then we'll call it a day and just wish everyone well while we go fix our internet.
Just no one look at us. Don't look.
My wife is in the morning. Don't look at me.
Just
She wakes up 2 hours before to put her hair and her makeup on, usually, just to make sure she looks nice.
Mary Cheese says just put up the visual of Sean as a wizard. Sean, I feel like if we were gonna be like weird like Dungeons and Dragons characters, Sean would be like a rogue.
He's pretty tall, though.
Yeah, I mean tall and like slim, elf-like,
I don't know.
almost.
And under a bridge.
Be a troll.
You're not like really the bard. You're not the bard class. I mean, I guess you could be a wizard, maybe a mage. I like the idea of Sean as a mage better.
Maybe no. Sean's a necromancer. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm
so.
sorry. I think that's my
Maybe
favorite
so.
classes in Diablo. So
I mean, I would get to be a barbarian. I'm hoping,
yeah, you're a Viking,
where I just like have a big sword, just
Southern
cleave through
axe
things.
boy.
I would enjoy that, and then I don't know.
Like some of the comments has changed the password. The neighbors figured it out. Oh, I like it.
Apparently, it's going down.
Going down.
Dog and cats living together. Yeah, I don't know.
It is what it is.
I don't know if this means blame. If we're blaming Trogley, I'm assuming that's what that means. Mike says this is almost like watching videos through the Netscape Navigator. Do you remember that? You remember when you had to like get on the internet and you had to plan it because it was gonna take a minute. You can make some like a sandwich, and maybe your little guitar tab would
Forgot
download,
about those days. That was,
You know
a
what I mean?
long,
like
unhealthy
30
time.
minutes to do one little page of sort of guitar tab.
And now we're so excited. We're used to like this perfection every time.
Immediate.
Why is it not? Why is that signal not going to space and coming back down in my little iWatch?
I
or whatever
mean,
it is?
to be fair, I want it to be immediate. I get angry, because my Spectrum at home cuts out all the time.
No.
And my wife called because she's the one. She plays hardball with them, and they're like, "We'll send someone out to look at it." And she's like, "No, if you're gonna keep charging this price," and then they give you the introductory pricing for another year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just to keep them
it
from
just
sending
happened.
out.
That just happened.
Okay.
That's all.
That's good. Well, this isn't going to cut it for much longer today.
Yeah, I mean, hey. 2 hours to download a song off Napster. I know that's insane, right?
God,
And now you
it
stream
was
them.
that.
It was that to download stuff.
Jeez. I remember doing Pro Tools back in the day. Like you had to. It was just even in the hard system, but like add reverb or take it off, it would take like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Spinning wheel
right.
like was adding it and processing it.
Well, just anything
Long time.
buffering like that, like it's kind of insane. But yeah, the dial-up thing, and you remember like when the dial-up, like if somebody got on the phone, because it was all the same.
Did disconnect you?
Good, and the phone would go. "Rrr," you hear that god awful noise,
That's where that's how computers taught. I hope my yawn was captured in a freeze.
Travis wants to know what the green amp behind me is. That is a Smart Bell amp.
It's a really cool amp. It's
Isn't that like connected to like Eric Johnson's like
Yeah.
Amtech or something like
he's
that?
involved with building those with old Lance down in Texas.
Lance Keltner,
Tejas, and
famous.
and yeah, it's like a Dumble. It's like a Dumble clone type style amp. It's loud. It's outrageously loud. It's almost too loud, but that's what makes it cool. Because who doesn't want more volume? We got a problem with amps.
Con says, do we have new music to look forward to August 1st? We have all sorts of new music to look forward to on August 1st.
Yes.
New originals, reworked originals,
A few non-originals.
covers that are different. Different sorts of covers.
I think it will be quite fun
It's going to be very enjoyable.
and fantastic.
And then lots we're going to make up on the spot because that's what we do.
Yes, that's the enjoyable part of this.
That's the
I
enjoyable
think.
part, where we just kind of get to jam.
I like making things up. So we were talking about it earlier, and let's do it for a minute now, since we're going to be in buffering hell for a bit, for the duration it seems. The Dark Prince Ozzy Osbourne has passed away, and we're all hearts off to that guy. And we were talking about, besides just the sadness of passing, it's amazing he got that concert in.
I don't even know if it's sad, right? Like, I mean, obviously he lived an awesome life. And then it's almost like a friggin', I want to say fairy tale, but like some legend thing, like to have this huge
I know that's
last concert and then bam. I almost would have been more sad for him if it would have drug out. Do you know what I mean?
or if he would have died right before the concert.
That would have been
It was
horrible.
like devastating because all the diehard fans. We have friends of ours here in Southern Pines that flew just for that night, came back the next day, like insane. It was like 40-hour turnaround. Go see Ozzy and the team.
What do you like? We were talking about this earlier. Maybe this would be good for comments. What do you guys think it was about Ozzy that made him? Because to me, like especially as guitar players, one of the craziest things about Ozzy is that he sort of had this line of, guys we think of as virtuosos that he sort of picked and made him. You started
He's
Randy
almost
Rhoads.
the
and you
guitar
go-
incubator.
Like, what was it about him? Like, do you think that was coincidence? Did he
think a
just
lot-
look into it? Is it he's legendary and so the best guys want to play for him, or did he have some kind of special
I think
ear?
there's some magic there, but also I think the power of Sharon Osbourne. We can't negate that. Like I think she was much more involved than obviously everybody knows how involved she ran the whole show, but I think she made sure that he had nothing but the best and beyond just technical wizards.
I think the stories about the like newspaper articles where they'd be looking for guitar players and people sending the tapes is kind of amazing. Like that doesn't really, I don't think exist the same way now. Because I saw Nuno Betancourt yesterday talking about how when he was like a kid, he'd been playing a few years and he saw that he was looking for a guitar player and he's like, "That's my gig," and he sent in a cassette. He said he was so crazy about it that he just
Gotta
kept
get it.
thinking like every day he'd come home from school and be like, "Is it here?"
I get the letter.
But he said then years later, and it was like they hired Jake Lee, and then years later he's like Extreme's out touring, and they actually did reach out for him, and he said he was so traumatized by the tape thing. He's like, "Oh my God, did they finally hear the cassette?"
They finally heard the tape when I was 15.
But then obviously he turned it down because the band. But he said he turned it down, and then he left Extreme like 2 weeks later.
Dag nabbit the heck. That's lame.
That would have been kind of awesome. A Nuno Betancourt.
I know. I
Ozzy.
think Nuno would have been.
I would have liked to have
it
seen that
before
because I think Nuno's super creative, right? So it would have been neat to see what he did.
he would have been the right fit for Ozzy.
That would have been a different context altogether.
No, but we love everything that he's done, and Sean's a huge fan. Who's off camera, still tinkering with the Wi-Fi. But I think we just have to accept this fate right now.
Let's see. Mike Woodruff says that was as close to him dying on stage, like he was so bad. I mean, I feel like, yeah, it was almost like pre-doing your own funeral.
It was
I mean,
awesome. Like,
not in a
you
morbid
got to
way, just in
experience
like
you
a.
got to be at your funeral, which
You
was
know?
great. I thought that was awesome, and I thought the show was cool. I mean, for a man that was right at death's doorstep, obviously he killed it.
Yeah.
That's a weird play on words.
Well.
But I didn't mean that. No, but he really did. He crushed it, and I thought the bands were great. There's a couple that were sort of mediocre, but for the most part,
But the whole thing overall, the spirit of the whole thing.
The spirit of the
I
thing
need
was
to watch some more of it. Like I haven't watched many of the videos. Someone sent me some of my students sent me some last night that they said were like kind of amazing.
Yeah, Youngbuck's got some cool stuff too.
Sean is here. He's over there behind the camera.
John, you want to hop on and say hello since it's gonna be a short one for a minute? No.
They can't see me. They
Yeah,
can't
they can hear you.
They can see you.
Your energy and your anger is what's mattered
I'm
right now.
still trying to figure this thing out.
Still working on it.
John W77 said thought he would live forever. Same thing, Lemmy, but all we get is Keith Richards and cockroaches. Imagine when Keith finally kicks the old bucket. That is almost weird to even think about. Like in your brain, you're
Keith
like,
and
"Oh,
Mick Jagger
Keith
are
is fine. Keith is not gonna.
I can't imagine them.
Keith's not gonna expire." I did, Connor. I did think about the old Colonel Bruce Hampton. That it was kind of the same.
Yeah, because Keith Richards he's 81 years old right now.
81.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just seems ageless. You know,
Because he's
he
amazing.
hasn't caught up with him
He's
yet.
a living deity.
Is there like I don't know that there's anyone else like Ozzy who's like, oh, the new I don't think there is such a thing. You know,
No,
like,
this guy's-
like an institution.
Trying to be, but it ain't there yet. You know, it's gonna take some time, and hopefully, we'll have that. And when he was there, you know, it's like we were talking about.
Keep going, keep
No,
going.
like you know,
Just keep going.
Sabbath, Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, all sort of spawning in that period in these same areas, and there's a magic there. So, and such different music from all of them too. So I don't know. We'll see. There's always hopes. You know, for new.
We got some Tom Morello love in the comments.
Read it to me.
Almost all jams with Tom Morello were absolutely garbage.
That's not love.
No, it's not. It's not. You see how I did that? It wasn't love at all.
You tricked me.
It makes me happy. And then it said Tom Morello's full of shit. He's never harmed a single homeless person that we know of.
That is true. You got to actually arm them, and that's how life becomes strong
Ever
and
since
cool.
I've seen footage of Tom Morello's masterclass,
Did you actually watch some of it?
I mean, just the clips that people like leaked.
Spinning the
When he's like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh."
Right.
Jesus,
Hey man, let's say it. Somebody's gonna learn that.
someone's gonna learn it.
I learned it
Really.
the first time I played electric guitar and figured out it was a thing. That's funny. God, too much.
Dang, dude, we must sound really deep today. We sound deep. Inhale helium and some other gas made his voice deep. I didn't know there was a gas that makes your voice deep.
I think you're just deeper.
I'm deeper today. My voice was a little tired, a little haggard.
A little haggard out. That's okay. You've had a long week. He was in his son's
I've been
4-H.
having congestion.
Oh yeah, you did have some of that.
My ears been stopped up for like 3 weeks now. It's fine. I've just learned to live with it.
That is funny
My
talking
handicap.
about Impractical Jokers in that comment because I was just showing my children that song recently and they thought it was the funniest thing ever because it is. Impractical Jokers is kind of amazing. And
Damn.
what you got, John?
I want to see this. Adam Price says I saw Rage Against the Machine get booed off stage twice in the early '90s. Perry Farrell came out once and threatened to leave. People didn't stop booing. That would fucking suck.
Was that during Lollapalooza?
I don't know.
Had to be.
I don't know.
I mean, they're maybe a little. Until you know their songs, they're a little abrasive and tough, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's part of the
I
thing,
don't know.
man. Pretty fun punk.
Hello,
I like them.
Johnny Cash. That's what Monty Woodrow was here. But I don't know. I don't know. Rage Against the Machine, whatever. It's fine.
That's their thing. They're the new Sabbath.
No. Did someone say that?
No,
No.
I said
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Pass jokes.
I was making sure.
not said.
That'd be
not said at
a
all.
hot take.
That would be a hot
Yeah.
take there for real. It's no, it's so it's a passing of the torch maybe to the next god metal. Who shall that be? I mean, you can say like the guys like Metallica and stuff are carrying on in the major.
I just don't think it works the same way.
It's not. It's
None of it
different.
works the same way because there is no like it's like once you have that, then the tree just kind of goes down.
And there was a darkness. It's like the Ozzy and the Sabbath group that's just different.
Which is funny that it's not really like if you read the words to Crazy Train,
I know. And then if you watch the shows too, they're actually just really fun and
it's
joyful.
funny,
Yeah,
like in a cool way. But yeah,
It's fun. So yeah, what else is happening in the guitar world? There's something funny happened, and we'll talk about this briefly. 'Cause it's almost worth a video. There's a Guitar Center employee that was just arrested for charging $5,000, over $5,000 worth of stuff on customers that he found to be rude, that he would keep the stuff himself, which I think is really funny. But so how do you choose who's rude? He said if they're rude or if they said profanity that I didn't like, man, it's a teenager too. That's one of the negatives of letting shops like keep a credit card on file. It's just, just careful about that sometimes.
Well, we obviously we don't do that. Keep your credit card on file or charge you $5,000 extra. But people sometimes are like, just charge my card, and I'm like, well, we don't.
For security reasons, we like
give it to us again,
we like to be careful and just lots of cyber criminals out
I
there.
appreciate the confidence. You know what I mean? But yeah.
That's why I always use it. Yeah, so it was just fine. I forgot what that was. It was just a funny story, and I was like, man, that would. Then they were trying to track down what was happening. They found it, this one associate, and they got him. They're like, okay, stop doing that. Oh, and you're fired, and you're arrested.
Was he taking the $5,000 like and just buying gear for himself?
I
With
think so.
Okay. I mean, hey,
So it's kind of theft at the same, but which is funny because you're
you
gonna get
gotta sort of respect the.
so respect also. Maybe you get the Guitar Center
I don't know.
discount for employees too
God.
when he was doing it with somebody else's money.
And if you were smart, not that you should do this, my mind just goes straight to like what he should have done is he could have bought it all at cost and then sold it on, for a little bit of cost on like the marketplace or whatever, and then he would have made his money. He'd have made the money.
Still got in trouble though.
Oh yeah, they actually make you make you sign a little thing in Guitar Center that if you buy things at your employee pricing, you're actually technically not supposed to sell them for a year.
That makes sense.
To keep people just from doing that, just from like buying stuff at
To buy swap and just
price
put
and
it
swap.
on eBay back in the old days.
And I don't think they care. Like if you buy something and you're like not digging it, and then you sell it in a few months for what it should be, I don't think anybody's gonna say anything. It's just constant.
If it becomes a churning habit, churning is the word there. That's a technical term in the financial industries for when your financial advisor just continually trades and buys stocks, not to necessarily be good for you, but to churn and generate profits for himself in commissions.
Poor my son says, sounds like Johnny has thought through all this before. You do have some wild thoughts when you're working at the old Guitar Center Grindway. Mary G says he wouldn't pass judgment without hearing about the customers he scammed. Obviously, I would not take $5,000 from someone, but there are some customers that you're like, man,
Should be able to.
Whoa,
stream is get better. We're almost moving.
how's that happening?
It's magic.
I don't know if it's me or if it's just the internet being better.
It healed. The internet healed.
I brought the speeds way down trying to come down. So that seemed to help. Every time I dropped it, it got better.
Let's clap a little bit to
I don't know.
Sir Sean here.
Not to me. This
Right now,
is
I'm
me
gonna say
internet.
Sean did it. We're in business. Everybody was like out there laughing and tuning out, like, "Hey, we're back in business now." Now, I can't believe we still have that many people watching with that choppiness.
Listening. They were listening.
Golly, gee,
That's why you guys are all the best. You're all the best.
Literally are the
service.
best.
74 you guys.
Hands just for a second. I'm gonna run.
Got it. Yeah, Sean's got to grab something. So, and you
As
might
soon as
know,
he leaves, it's going
a
to
quick
die.
thing, we've had a little break from you. We're taking a little July break. We're sort of reconfiguring things from our normal YouTube videos. We had the last ones out were just a bunch of demos we did for the Fender Custom Shop. We have a whole plan of a bunch of videos coming out sooner than you might think. And we're going to be having a bunch of new stuff around the corner too. Whole different video ideas, different stories, some rock and roll history, some live shows, some fun things that you cannot even dream of. That's not, maybe you probably could.
Probably could, but
I mean,
yeah.
like
Good-
Johnny
good
and Thong.
things. Well,
It's
no one needs that.
that's a nightmare. But no, there's just stay tuned and just bear with us as like new crazy zany stuff starts coming out. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and thanks for staying with us all these years too. For some of you guys that have been watching us for a long time, through all of our changes,
All sorts of time.
all the testosterone we're
All
taking.
the timing.
I'm not taking tea yet, but I do lift my little 10-pound weights.
Daniel says we should send Sean to the AMP class in Charlotte.
Oh gosh, Port City. Yeah, that's in August, isn't it?
It's coming up.
That would be fun. I mean, well, Daniel probably wouldn't even charge us for it because, like,
I wouldn't mind
us.
I wouldn't mind.
We
the
should
AMP
send
class.
Sean there. 'Cause Daniel's like, hey, you know what? Of course I wouldn't charge you guys because I'm Daniel of Port City Amps, the greatest amp company in North Carolina. I'd say, well, we got a lot of great amp companies, but he's one of the greatest. We have that, and we have Car Amp right now. You also have Sword.
I feel like we need to do. I feel like we need to learn how to work on amps.
Daniel kicks butt.
Daniel does kick butt.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like the nicest. amp guy out there in some ways.
Pour My Songs Out is back when you used to stand outside the shop to shoot your videos. That was only the coffee and cigarette
We
segments.
only did a couple of those.
Only
Yeah,
a
that's
few.
cool. You remember that? That was fun. We'll be bringing some weird stuff back too. We got some walkie-talkie stuff coming down there now with walkie-talkies, but where we're walking and talking. So just there's all sorts of fun ideas coming around the kitchen, and talking to the manufacturers, and they got some fun ideas that let us cause some ruckus as well. Paul still won't let us blow up any guitars at Paul Reed Smith. We wanted to do that for years,
No.
but that's off the tables apparently, which I think's lame.
We could blow up guitars here.
We could blow up guitars here, right?
We could do whatever we want because we wanted to shoot the guitars, and then Paul's like, no.
Like no,
I hate guns.
but he loves guns.
He loves guns.
He loves them entirely. We got some cool product type guitar videos coming out too, which is I'm excited about. Some of the coolest acoustic guitars we've seen in years. They've been getting me messing with some modeling stuff a little bit, so we'll hear my thoughts on that maybe soon enough. Going down with
John W says he likes guns. Any experience with Framus guitars? Not really. I mean, I've played a
no,
few.
I not deep. I just like cursory glance with it.
They were fine, but I don't have a strong opinion. I mean, it might be awesome, but I just don't fucking know a ton about them.
No, I don't have enough. I unfortunately, I was just on the horn with someone today from the lovely state of Tennessee. We're talking about Castadosa, and they were talking about that and Echo Park at the same time. He was looking at both. I was like, I'm friends with both those weird guys. They're both, I'd say, equally insane, but one's more insane than the other. I'll let you guess which one. I will not lead the horse to the water on that one.
Ned has a question that needs answering. He says, how much tannerite can you fit into an Acoustasonic?
Ooh,
That's a great question.
not enough in some people's opinions. No,
Oh, it wouldn't take a ton.
no you,
but
you can fit quite a bit.
you probably fit it in there.
You could blow the lid of Jesus. That would be. We talked about blowing up some guitars with tannerite. That was one of our
I mean,
conversations.
imagine if you filled a whole, like, wow, that would be fun. That would be
It'd be
awesome.
horrible.
That would be awesome.
Well, when I was in South Carolina, I bought some of those little snap pops you throw, but they have the thunder ones that sounds like a gun going off, and so those are really fun to do in between the guitar shop and the next building because it sounds like someone's doing a
Because
shoot.
it's
I did that when Clark was teaching yesterday.
Chad B says, there are rumors you might become a Gibson dealer in the near future.
There are rumors. We can neither confirm nor deny that that's happening, but stay tuned. I think it's happening. If it happens, it might be sooner than some think. But yeah, stay tuned for that. It's
Giuseppe wants to know, do you guys carry Reverend guitars? If not, why? We do not. And honestly, the simple answer is we just can't carry every guitar because we don't have
Reverend
a
guitars.
finite amount of room.
It's a great guitar.
They're awesome guitars.
We support them.
know.
We've thumbs up them too. We just can't. There's only a few of us here, and we have limited brain power to learn about every guitar brand too. And
So we have the big ones that we carry, but Reverend's cool, and a lot of people love them. I don't know that I've ever been just like
I have to have this.
floored by one of them. Our buddy Jack, if Jack is still in here, he's got a couple, or at least
Sean's got
one.
one,
Sean,
right?
well, they came from
Jack. Yeah.
And that guitar is awesome. You know what I mean? But I think if I found the right Reverend, I could be happy playing a Reverend. I think
Yes.
is the right answer. The ones that kind of do intrigue me are Greg Koch, the Gristle Master, whatever you call him. Those are awesome.
I just love that it's called the Gristle Master.
The Gristle Master,
Oh, Greg Cockery.
because he's got a Strat style one and a Telly style one now. If I'm not mistaken.
Cockery Wockery Doc. That's
So
a nutty dude.
I'd play one of those for sure. I always thought the what's the dude's name? The blues guy.
No,
It has the Reverend. No, it has the Reverend.
Yamaha.
Well,
I can't place it either. Somebody put in the comments that
he had the Telly one and the Gretsch looking one. I'll think of it.
you'll think of it eventually. No, but Reverend's a great guitar. We just don't carry him, and it's just a hard, physical space too. And just and if it's going to eat into our other brand sell-throughs or something, we have to sort of factor that. But we try to carry just things we love and what we can mentally wrap our brains around.
We bring our dogs to the shop.
Yes.
Baxter's dog sort of lives in the shop, sort of semi, and I sometimes bring my children. So that's almost the same.
Elijah was here and he played with my oldest son William for a
So,
day, and it was awesome.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so we do bring
What
our
are you
animals
gonna
and
do?
critters sometimes. It's a pet-friendly environment, and it's always that way. And it always should be. We have the cutest little miniature French bulldog.
Pete Anderson Mighty Woodrow. Not Greg Anderson. It's Pete Anderson. That's the Reverend model that I like.
Okay.
There's a hollow body one that's sketchy, and then there's
Thumbs
the
up.
this guy. I think it's called like the. Gosh, I forget what it's called. The New Yorker or something weird. The one that is the telly, like Pete Anderson model. I always thought those were kind of neat.
No, there's other brands that we don't carry that we do love. Like I really think Yamaha is a great brand. I love Atkins guitars too. As a high end, we still might try to bring them in eventually. It's I like bourgeois guitars. I think they're great. It's just some guitars, especially in the region, it's just a hard conversation of educating people on what they are too.
Right.
So a lot of people don't know. Like when we had D'Angelico for a bit years ago, we don't carry them anymore. It was nobody knew what that was.
And we liked them. We thought they were
It was a
cool.
good guitar,
but man, they just hung there. They're like nobody.
And that became the guitar that the Guitar Center would use, just like sort of bring customers and like, hey, this $1,500 D'Angelico, we're going to now sell it for $1,000. Come get it, and they would lose a lot of money on these guitars, but they can afford to do that to get you into the doors.
And Mayor Cheese is right. He says you got to do right by the brands you carry. You can't shoot Fender in the foot, and you do have to be like, especially when you're a smaller shop. Like we don't necessarily want to have too many competing brands because it just
Yeah, and like Fenders, fortunately, they're cool with like they don't care. They used to be, God, like back in the old days, like before we
they
were
wouldn't care
shop.
if we had.
No, they would though. They back in like they didn't want you to carry things that looked like their guitars for a little bit, and that was proven ridiculously stupid. But no, so they're really cool about whatever you carry, and they want you to be in shop with Gibson and with PRS. They want them to be the big three for sure, because that's the offerings, and it sort of shows where some are better and some are worse.
It's a good question. Here's a good one for you, Bastard. Do you find a lot of smaller brands don't provide enough marketing materials, etc., to help shops sell and advertise their products?
I'm gonna say no in a strange way, because I don't know if that's the smaller brand's job to do that. I think it's their job is to build a great guitar, and if we're gonna take them on, it's our job is to sell it. Even though I was just talking about D'Angelico, they're like that was different. It's they're a huge brand, and it was still. Yes and no. So it's tricky. It's I think it's their job is to do really good social media. Like if you're a smaller brand, you need to crush on Instagram or TikTok or something.
Yeah.
So when you do have a guitar that you're building and you're sending it to one of your shops that's your partners, you can blast that on your socials and people reach out to the shop. So you're part of the advertising arm. If you're a boutique builder and you're trying to do that, really build your social medias up, because that's something. And if you're selling direct, it's almost a non-starter for us to bring you in as a boutique. That it just doesn't make sense, because like we can't. It doesn't work. We're not going to spend all of our time and money advertising it to where like it just doesn't work.
It is a tricky dynamic though, right? Because like you want the shops, and this is I think any of like the builders, to crush it on social media, right? I think there's sometimes where the companies, the manufacturers, want to educate you on how to sell their product, but they're out of touch with what people actually think and want, like how it kind of works now. So like there could be a rub there too. It would be better time spent if they just crushed it on their social media and said, "Oh, Casino is a dealer," or Wildwood or whoever's a dealer, right? Because it's a funny thing.
And that's the thing we've seen with like manufacturers across our time and before the retail shop times of Casino Guitars, is that there's ebbs and flows and popularity and descents of certain brands. Fenders, Strats might be the thing, and then all of a sudden it's Tellys, and all of a sudden it's Les Pauls, and now Les Pauls aren't cool. Now like people are in like this pointy edge thing. Now PRS is popular. Now PRS is not popular. You never know. It keeps pivoting. So it's a funny little universe of that too. So yeah, I hope. Anything else there before we bring the big man in?
I sound like a demon, apparently. It's okay.
That's
Tiffany.
I'm going to turn it up and see if you sound like a demon.
I want to know too. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
We got to light it. There
Chad
we go.
wants lots of Gibsons. A 1942 Banner J45 light Murphy aged. I want one of those too. And then a custom shop 1956 gold top ultra light Murphy. Yeah.
You just spoke my language.
As soon as we can.
We're going to spend
We'll
so much money ourselves on
God,
Steve
I
Gibson's.
can never spend money again.
You can't spend money right now.
Can't spend money.
Johnny's getting ready to.
Sign my life away.
No idea why it sounds like that. That's insane.
Someone says it sounded like
Does it sound
pitch
crazy?
modulated. I don't think I sound like that in the room.
I'll come over in a minute. Johnny, keep talking.
I'll never come over.
I'm taking my computer away too.
It's.
Eggs are bad for you. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are actually a superfood. Make sure you eat eggs. But they're even better if you have your own chickens. That's all I'm going to say. Greg McFadden says the AV2 1965 Strat is killer. Got a Sonic Blue a couple weeks ago. Very happy buddy of mine got one too, and is just as pleased. Great job, Fender. Yeah, we got a couple of those in the shop. They're really good guitars. Really, really good.
I can try and figure it out. That's wild. That is wild.
Chad B, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Chad B's closing in his house tomorrow.
What? Chad, congrats, man. It's a big deal.
And he's about to have money to buy guitars.
It's he's at the house. He's selling his house. Yeah, because he already bought this. He's been double dipping paying house. So that's good.
Mayor McGee says Gibson Murphy Lab finishes seems to chip off in giant chunks very often. I wonder if Gibson is trying to address that or just going. I do believe they have
That was in the beginning.
have sort of addressed it pretty good.
I remember for the first year there were some issues there, especially at the neck, at the heel joint. There's some issues with some of their R9s and R8s that I saw, and some ROs.
But
That's part of that whole process of how they're doing it in the Murphy Lab and not having old Tom doing everyone by hand.
we got a R9 next door.
It's R8.
Is that an R8?
It's R8.
Oh, we traded it.
Yes.
The R9 was the one.
R8 is toasty great. That thing's
I
awesome.
usually don't like the R8s quite as much as the R9s, but that's really, really
It's a
good guitar.
great finish on it.
Like, it's a great finish, and it's a really, really good guitar.
It's a snappy sounding guitar too. It's got a little more high end in it, which I like. It doesn't have like the sort of growl bass push as much. Just, give or take that, but I think it's really cool sound.
And John W., I know I like John W. 777 says I was 100% correct on home raised eggs. Of course we are, because home raised eggs are awesome.
He's big into chicken stuff.
Ned says I don't think you sound like Demon, but you were sounding like Buffalo Bill when the cops come to his door. That's kind of amazing.
I haven't seen that movie in so
now
long.
I'm gonna have to listen to all of this back.
I do want to watch that movie with my children soon. I think that will give them more nightmares than any of the horrible films I've had to watch.
You know what? I think I would sand. If I had a Murphy Lab, I might would sand back in the neck a little bit.
Think so?
Maybe so. I mean, I don't know. I'm funny though, because like none of that stuff ever really bothers me. I just tend to play guitar.
I do. I don't,
You know,
I don't
but,
fixate on when I hold what I love. I'm in
So
all the way, all the way.
Jack says his Hummingbird has a couple of small spots like pops in the finish. They're white. It's definitely not the same aged look. I guess I'm saying it's not aging as natural as the pre-aging. That makes sense. How does it feel though, Jack? Like, is it feeling?
We're talking about Jack. Is
funny?
Jack talking to
This
us?
is our pal Jack. Yeah.
The Hummingbird
Jack
y'all helped
Stowe,
buy
that's
at the
right.
Gibbs Garage.
This is true. Which is a great guitar. I got to play that guitar because I went out to see Jack and hang out. And we did like a little show, which was real fun. And I played Hummingbird, and my God.
It's great.
And now he's got one that I hadn't even seen or heard. I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't like.
It is
heard
frustrating because like we right
The
behind us
Cobras.
there's a 1965 Hummingbird Kalamazoo factory. It's great, but then like the custom shop ones are probably better. As far as playing, you're playing with it.
100%.
Like, what
Yours
good-
is cool,
It's cool, but it's not like
but it's not like as good a guitar, to be honest.
like there's a bass. I can totally hear your voice. It does sound bassy. I love it.
Turn all the bass up.
No, I like it.
Pour My Songs Out says, do home raised eggs help with chicken picking? Yes, absolutely. they do.
100%.
100%, because you will have stronger nails, and that helps with chicken picking.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, my nails aren't that strong
Bam.
anymore. They just they break all the time so I just have to keep them short.
You just gotta crinkle up the shells when you're cooking your eggs and eat them in there.
And do something with it.
Oh yeah.
You put the shells in there.
Don't do that. I'm just kidding.
I think I was thinking you just put the shells on your nails. So
No, you gotta eat them.
Oh God,
And ingest them.
it's
fine.
That's not a good idea. Is it?
Hard boiled. You can boil them.
I'm scared.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Greg says his Murphy Lab 335 has no finish problems. He takes it to his gigs in and out of 100-degree heat and humidity with no problems.
This
That's
is the
what we like to
way.
hear.
This is the way, Greg.
I will say this: my 335 is aging. It's not aged at all. It's just a reissue from 2013, and it's aging kind of awesomely.
Oh, so it's starting to crack it all.
It's not really cracked, but like I don't have any finish left on the F hole where my arm sits.
Well, you sweat a little bit.
No, I don't.
We were in here just practicing the other day, and I was like,
It was 9,000 degrees.
it was like probably like 76 degrees. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's 9,000 degrees.
But
I was getting sweaty. I always get sweaty. And then,
I was cracking up though. I was like, why is he so sweaty right now?
well, that was the day I spent in high school hell.
Oh, yeah, that
for
was
Elijah to do
Monday.
his little thing. So I was already hot and sweaty.
Yeah,
I had on, I was all dressed up. But
But no place to go.
chugging raw like Rocky. When I was a kid, I'd drink raw eggs with my dad. You guys ever do that, John?
No,
No.
that disturbs me for some
And we
reason.
put raw eggs in milkshakes. Like we make a milkshake.
I do remember
raw eggs
that
in
for
it.
some reason. Why would we do that?
To be awesome.
But did it change the flavor?
No, it was just for like protein.
God, I remember like my dad doing that or something. That's weird.
Because my dad was into like weightlifting and stuff, and we would work out, and I would be jogging, like running. I used to have this little track that ran around my house when I was, pretending like I was athletic.
My dad's like quite a bit older now, and he's starting to tell me like funny stories from like his past when he was young, and it's like stuff he hadn't told me. I'm concerned if I want him to stop because I want to hear all the stories. But someone like he did some funky stuff. It was pretty cool, man. I'll maybe collect the stories and share them.
I mean, it was a strange time in the 70s and 80s.
It was
from what I
like
can tell.
yeah, I get stories from like all the way up to the 50s up to through the 70s. Yeah, 80s is kind of like special for him. It's normal, but yeah, it's the boring stuff.
See, Mighty Woodrow says my grandfather still chugged 4 raw eggs every morning.
Sean, what do you think? You want to hop on
I'd
here?
chug a raw egg if I had to.
I can do that.
How you feeling the audio?
I don't know why.
Cool. Let's just let it
It's
rip. We're
fine.
base
It's
today.
fun.
At least
It's a
we're
special
we're
day.
buffering right.
A special edition day.
I'm gonna let Sean come in here in a minute when he's ready. Bring a little Sean heat for a second. Then I gotta get back to work.
If we had a raw egg, Ned, I would do it right now. If we had raw eggs,
Would you
we
really
don't.
do it?
Yeah, I would do it, but not your nasty from the refrigerator store egg. I'd chug my own chicken's egg. Maybe next Wednesday I'll bring some eggs
I don't even know how to.
from my home, straight out of my chicken's ass, and we'll all chug them.
I'm not checking the chicken ass egg.
That's just like what? No,
I'm just like. It's just so weird. It's weird that it's weird. We're just a weird group of humans, I don't know what's wrong with us. We need therapy.
egg. I mean, I
It
will
is
say,
good for you.
I do eat an egg almost every morning. Not raw though.
That's good for you. I don't eat breakfast. I do that what's called, and by accident I know it's a thing. I intermittently fast.
That's right.
I sort of stop eating at a certain time, and I don't eat until like afternoon. And that's kind of my just the way I've always sort of been. And then somebody told me that's a certain diet. I was like, cool. I guess I've been dieting
It's a thing.
forever.
No, it's a thing.
It's,
It's supposed to be really good for you. Just fasting in general is supposed to be really good for you.
I just don't eat for certain hours. Like I eat breakfast one day a week.
Like
On
a,
Saturdays usually.
apparently, like a 48-hour fast is very good for you occasionally.
Yeah, I've done the things where you do like the little hot sauce but but I don't know if I'll have breakfast. Sean, what time's your shindig next Saturday?
One.
Okay, cool. So I'll have breakfast that morning. That'll be my first breakfast I'll have because I won't have breakfast this Saturday because I'm traveling again somewhere. But I don't eat breakfast on travel days. It's weird. It's a strange.
I like my breakfast. No, I can skip breakfast if I need to, but breakfast is nice. It's kind of nice.
I know. I just don't. No need. I just like the guitar. Sean, get up if you're ready.
Someone says that we should eat a couple hot dogs and then wash them with the egg, and I'm into it.
Thanks for letting me hang out for a bit. Sean's taking over for a bit. 'Cause I got to go next door and turn a guitar shop back on. No. Sean, high five.
Adam, I think you're kind of right about the conspiracy theory part of my internet algorithm tells me breakfast is made up by corporations selling new meals. But I think that is specifically cereal.
Cereal.
Like cereal is sort of a scam.
Are you being super cereal?
like
right
when
now?
I was a kid, right? Like we would,
Yeah,
like I would wake up and go work for a few hours, like on the farm with my dad, and then come back and eat a little breakfast, then work a little bit more, and then middle of the day it was so hot you don't want to be in the field.
Oh, yeah.
So then you sit there and watch Young and Restless with your grandma while you shell peas
Been there,
or whatever, or shuck corn or whatever, and then in the afternoon if you really had to go back and do some stuff,
Yeah.
you go back and do it.
No, I mean, what time did y'all eat lunch? Remember to do that?
It just depended. Like it was dependent upon, like when we were done with what we were doing.
Yeah, we.
So, we'd have a specific back then, right?
Yeah.
I called Nanny and Papa. My grandparents sold produce off of their front porch, So like we'd have an order, like somebody might have an order for 3 bushels of peas, you know what I mean? Or like, so we might go into the field knowing that we needed
You had to get X amount of stuff.
however many 10 bushels or, you know, of peas and 5 bushels of beans and this many dozen ears of corn. And so we would do that, right? And so like, you know, lunch kind of depended on that. But I mean, it was usually around noon, you know?
Growing up, we always did lunch at 1 o'clock. Always. So, and I never understood why until I started working full time. And my uncle said, well, if you think about it, he said, let's try it one day. He's like, you'll see. We ate lunch at like 11:30, 12
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, dude. By
And
like
the
3 or
whole
4.
day. Oh, no. The whole day felt longer.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with hunger. You just like, what the?
That's what I'm saying. You're just like, my God, the day has been forever already. Because you didn't, you front loaded your day, right?
Yes.
You know, it's
You
better,
eat
it's
at
better
one,
to have it.
then boom. It's like, oh, shit. It's almost time
It's
to
not
go.
hungry or like full. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that you didn't have that break.
Yes. Like, bam.
You know what I mean? Like the 1 o'clock thing is.
Because we're eating like 1 to 1:45, almost 2, really. And then you get up and you go back to work. It's like, hell yeah.
You know?
I like it. Mountain Dew kickstart my heart. Hell yeah. Dude, Ned has been getting active, dude. It's been getting active.
I love Ned.
Why did your parents spell Sean wrong? They didn't. They spelled it the right way. Because if it has a W in it, that's fucking crazy.
To be fair, you're my default Sean now.
Yeah,
SEAN.
S-E-A-N, dude. It's the
Like
only way.
Sean Connery.
That's right. Like the Lord himself. There can be only one, you know?
CN. SCN. Yeah.
That's right.
Now, Mayor Cheese is kind of right. When you're working outside, though, and if work ends at 11 p.m. is fine. Yeah, because like you start really early.
Yeah.
And like you said, it actually, sometimes that's the hottest part of the day. Is that like 3 to 4, like when it gets just nasty. There's something happens, like I was talking to my dad about this the other day. Like we're out there. It'll be nice and kind of breezy all the way up till about like 1 o'clock. And it's like somebody just cuts the breeze off and it gets nasty. I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
But
No, it does. It's like the hottest point of the day kind of thing.
yeah.
Working on a roofing crew, that's what it was like.
Whew.
It's like you stop at like 2 or 3. You can get the hell out of there.
Nah, the earlier you can start, man. That was why when my brief stint in the old higher education college, all my friends thought I was crazy because I took a work study job where I would like wake up, go to the real post office, get the mail, come back and sort it into the little campus post office, like everybody's little box.
Yeah.
And then I had my first class by like 7 o'clock, and then I was done for the day by like 12. Cause I was just used to being up
Hell yeah.
at like 5 o'clock. You know what I mean?
But then you
And
got all the other half of the day to do whatever.
Fuck yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
dude.
And
Hell
then,
yeah.
dumb Jonathan, I would do that shit. I would get up that early and do that. I'm talking like 4:30 sometimes, you know. And then I would go, and I met this girl who played like these acoustic sets. So I would go play like in Beaufort or somewhere, Walterboro, somewhere stupid, or like Charleston, down in Charleston, and then be out till like 1 or 2 in the morning, like on Wednesday night, and then still get up the next. Come home, sleep for an hour, or pass out somewhere and sleep,
Hell
and then
yes, dude.
it'd still be and I'd never ever missed the mail run because you can't, you know,
It's the mail.
It was the mail, and that was just hey.
There's a certain responsibility that comes with the mail. You know, you got to hold yourself to it.
I mean, I took this. We had this god awful little mail van I had to drive to the real post office.
Well, if it looks like anything that our mail vans look like,
Nah, it was it was literally like a Dodge, like a little caravan, like minivan thing with a little sign on the side, you know. And then I had to go to the like regional sorting facility that was actually near the airport. But yeah, good times.
Hell yeah.
Good times. Ned said I took all the birthday cash. I should have done that. That would have been a great idea.
Here's the question: you can only listen to Clapton or Mayer for the rest
Oh
of your
my
life.
God.
Who do you choose?
There's not even a question. What, John or Sean?
Eric Clapton, dude. Come on. I mean, at least I got some hits to go off of. You know, Cocaine.
Sean just wants to hear Clapton covering Continuum.
Yes,
The album we all
want. That
You
would
know how
be
they
a
did the
dream
J.J.
come
Cale
true.
tribute? You know?
They need to do J.J. Mayer tribute.
Clapton sings Mayor.
Love
That would be amazing.
Clapton
actually.
does Mayer. Mayer does Clapton. Who
That
knows
would
what's
be
on where? Who's
amazing.
sticking what in who?
Yeah, that was a great question.
A pencil in both ears.
Listen, I went
You
down.
got that
Y'all
right.
are going to make fun of me, and it's fine. It's fine. But I forgot how I even got into this last night. I was looking at a Clapton thing. I don't remember why I started looking at this. But anyways, I pulled up it was like a comment I saw on YouTube or something. I put up an old Cream thing, and I was listening to that, right? And then I was like going through sort of Clapton's weird little departure to get Derek and Dominus. And so then I pulled up Delaney and Bonnie.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, okay, this is kind of... And there's a bunch of videos where like Clapton's like playing acoustic guitar, just hammering away, and it's just kind of folksy music. And someone was talking about like, you know, I just don't understand why Clapton got into this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm watching all these old videos of Clapton with Delaney and Bonnie.
Yeah.
And somehow in the algorithm, YouTube, and you just need to go watch this. It shows me, this is in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the Black Crowes
Nice.
doing a Delaney and Bonnie medley. And it's amazing. It's actually, I mean, in fact, there are a bunch of people in the comments like, I hate the Black Crowes, they suck, but this is the only great thing they've ever done. It really is impressive. It's a little medley, Delaney and Bonnie songs. If you've never listened to that,
I'll check
that
that
might
out.
be a good introduction to how cool they can be.
I just thought of this off of that Clapton question and everything. I was telling my students about, one of my students about the Yardbirds the other day. I think we could argue Jimmy Page is the most successful Yardbird. I think Led Zeppelin is bigger than Eric Clapton overall. But you're also talking about four people's input.
On the test of time, Zeppelin is more the cultural icon.
Yeah,
Because they changed things, you know, like a little bit more.
yeah. I think
There's probably a time when Clapton maybe overshadowed that, but not now.
I think in the
You
the
know.
day, like in the 70s, Clapton definitely overshadowed Led Zeppelin. But I think as time has gone on, Led Zeppelin's just done this.
I think even in the 80s and 90s, like if you asked a random adult in the 90s, like, hey, who's Eric Clapton?
Clapton's
And they
God.
still knew. They might not even know why.
They just knew.
You know, they knew like the 90s stuff, or they knew Tears of Heaven, like, you know, the unplugged stuff, but they still had an idea. And then people who were kind of into music at all knew, oh, Clapton's an amazing guitar player. And I mean, there's a lot of them still thinking like Wonderful Tonight, you know what I mean? But they knew who Eric Clapton was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, I feel like that's faded a bit. But everybody, you know, teenage girls are still wearing like Led Zeppelin t-shirts. They might know who Led Zeppelin is.
Yes.
But they're wearing the t-shirt. The same way they'd
Yeah.
wear a Nirvana t-shirt. you
What
know?
I think having a song like Stairway to Heaven that is gone, it's like that song is bigger than that band. It's bigger than the people. It's bigger than anything they could ever. You know, like nothing could take that song down. I
Do
don't
you
believe.
think that's still the biggest Zeppelin song?
Unfortunately, yeah. I think I asked my student yesterday, I was like, you ever listen to Led Zeppelin? He's like, not really. He's like, I've heard Stairway to Heaven. And that was it, you know? Like, I played other songs, and it took a bit. But, like, here in Kashmir, he's like, I think I've heard this before, maybe. Or, what is that one? Immigrant Song. You know, stuff like that has, like, some kind of iconic intro bit. But everybody knows Stairway, you know?
Tiger Palmer says, remember the 7-Up green Clapton Strat we did? Actually.
Yep,
We had one through here
we did.
pretty recently.
Very own Derek Numbers had one.
Good old, they found it at the pawn shop. They had no
Yes.
idea
Yep.
what they had. I mean, they knew it was a Clapton Strat. They didn't know that the color, the green one, was anything significant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know. Cheese makes a good point. The mayor says Zeppelin songs weren't ideal for radio. That's why the 80s and 90s Clapton songs are way more common on radio. I can kind of see that.
But I don't think the 80s and 90s Clapton songs are even. Like, they pale in comparison to any of that Zeppelin stuff
Oh,
today.
from like a...
Yeah.
I mean, no, there's a soft spot in my heart for them. But yeah, they're not in the same...
Yeah.
Just objectively, right? So Kevin says no love for Jeff Beck. I got a lot of love for
Oh,
Jeff
I
Beck.
love
I
Jeff
just
Beck.
don't think he's the most influential Yardbird.
In all honesty, he's probably my favorite one of that mix. Like, truth be
Player-wise,
told. Player-wise, guitar player, and also just his...
But he didn't have the commercial success. Do you know what I mean?
No. Like, and I said this Monday night in my lesson. I think it was that Jeff Beck was... I felt like Jeff Beck was the one out of that group that most embodied the instrument. Like, to me, Jeff Beck and Joe Walsh have a lot in common. Where it's like not at all with their playing styles or anything like that, but just the kind of nature of them playing. You know what I mean? It's like a force of nature sort of thing. Like they pick up a guitar and you can almost think they're just born with that thing on them. You know, like Jimmy Page utilizes it as an amazing tool. Eric Clapton learns how to use it as a voice, but I think Jeff Beck embodies it. Like
I think Jeff Beck just has the most unique style of it, and I don't. The thing that we all forget, right? Like Clapton gets a lot of shit because everyone copied what he does. So now it's just run of the mill guitar playing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Part of the reason for that is it was attainable and approachable.
yeah,
Like you can learn to play Clapton stuff.
totally.
You know what I mean? Now you might never have the feel and the touch and the phrasing, and that's what people overlook. But whatever, you can like learn most of the riffs, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for Led Zeppelin, right? Like a lot of like heavier rock guitar stuff, blues based rock, even going into heavier stuff owes a lot to Zeppelin. But I don't think Beck's is as approachable. Like it's a little more virtuoso, right?
Yes.
So like it didn't catch on in the way. It's also probably not as commercially viable like all the whammy bar stuff. Like you're not hearing that in a lot of like pop rock
Absolutely
songs.
not.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
He,
now,
that's the guitar player's
Yes.
guitarist kind of thing.
which is why he influences the guitar players. The other two actually just influence music, just in general.
that's
But
right. Which in its own way you could argue is bigger. But go on. Go off, King.
Beck got close. Like if the Faces and the Rod Stewart stuff, if that stuff had kept going like that scene and blown up way, which I love that stuff.
I think the biggest mistake of Ronnie Wood, Rod Stewart, Jeff, all those dudes was not doing that. Like, just do that. That's all they had to do. Those songs were dope on the first record. They just needed to keep doing that, dude.
It's also hard to be like a huge cultural icon when you make instrumental music.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Beck just needed a singer.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? I don't think he wanted that. Like he did what he wanted to do. He obviously lived an amazing life. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I mean, that was another thing that popped up in my little rabbit trail last night was the one where the towel girl playing bass is like 18 or 19, and they're doing that one the concert that you see all the time.
Oh, where he's playing and dude, the slide techniques and stuff like that he uses, where it's like
Stupidly great. Yeah.
you're like,
and it's
what
like,
the
whoa.
fuck? Like that's nuts, dude. I don't care who you are.
Amazing. No, I mean it's just it's mind blowing.
I mean, and I don't believe this to be true at all, not even in a microscopic point, but somebody told me once, they said, man, you were touching on some Jeff Beck stuff. That was like insane. Because I do think Jeff Beck is, he has all of those things encompassed in his playing, which is incredible. To me, that is like the highest thing you can do. That's nuts, you know?
I mean, you know.
But as you said,
I still,
instrumental music.
you guys are all gonna talk shit to me probably.
No, dude.
But
God, here we go.
if I said to you,
Eric Clapton's the best.
well, yeah, no. Like I will say that Beck is like, again, he's got a thing,
Yeah.
and he found a thing that's different, and it is more technical, right? And maybe we're the wrong group of people to ask because we're all guitar players.
Yeah.
But if you polled a bunch of singers, you know, or you had a bunch of singers who were putting a band together,
Yep.
and you gave them Beck and Clapton, and even Page,
Yeah.
I'm not sure that any of them would prefer Beck in the band.
No.
Because that's not the thing that he brings. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he was the support role and say, well, like his style just doesn't blend it. Like it's neat for a one-off collaboration.
Yes.
Like I remember Beck did that thing with like Josh Stone. You remember
Tina
that?
Turner.
You know, yeah. I mean, but I'm not sure,
He,
you know.
it to me seems, and you can you have a far more extensive career in the music world and situations where you've seen stuff, especially being on Nashville, right? There are
whatever.
certain people, right, who maybe don't lend themselves to working within a group easily, you know? And I could see Jeff Beck maybe going his own path because and I'm not saying that he's a horrible collaborator. I could just see him being very, like, he's not going to put up with some of the shit that you would have to put up with. Like, if you're in Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant is probably a bit of a wild card, you know? And not like a wild card in a horrible way. Like, obviously, John Bonham's the party animal. But those two were close for a reason, you know what I mean? And there's the personalities that you got to deal with. If Jeff Beck can step in with Tina Turner, the guy you just referenced, then he can do that one-off thing, but he doesn't have to deal with
but
the
he doesn't have to deal with it
personality.
on the long term,
Yes.
right? And it's the same reason that like Victor Wooten's not playing for all the top pop stars. Is he an amazing, great bass player? Yeah. Does he want they want on record? Probably not.
Well, he'll probably be an asshole in the studio, and not saying that it's wrong or right, just saying there's probably a lot of shit.
Well,
he's
here's
not
the
gonna
thing.
put up.
I think that he could do all those parts. He could lay in the groove. He's plenty good enough to do that. I think it's a perception. The artists think, oh, he does the weird stuff. I want, Jamerson. You know what I mean? Like, I just want boom. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, Victor Wooten's not the guy for that, right?
it's
Even
like,
though he could be.
Billy Sheehan. Same
It's
thing.
like being overqualified for a job and not getting
Yeah.
hired. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, right?
And I see people in here like singers would choose Clapton. I think they would choose Jimmy Page over Clapton, though, personally.
It just depends on the genre, I think.
Yep.
Clapton's a little smoother. Page is a little more rock and roll.
Why do you think Jimmy Page was like, I'll sing? He never sang. Never did it. Even in that Let's Get Loud documentary, or what is it? It
Yeah.
Might Get Loud.
Might Get Loud, yeah.
Sorry. Zach Person record. Let's Get Loud. Came out last year. Go check it out.
Buy yourself
there
a
you go,
jacket.
Zach. Buy yourself a jacket. So, but anyways, having what was I talking about? Shit, I lost my train of thought.
Not singing.
Oh, not singing. He talks about it in there. And they were like, he's like, I'm not singing anything. I told him that from the get-go, and I never will. Don't ask me to sing.
Maybe he just doesn't like his voice.
Weird.
You know?
Yeah.
Someone did say that Page could produce direct too, which I mean, he actually was a pretty great producer, which I think was the falling out he had with old Clapton pretty early on, right? They had a whole disagreement about Clapton thought he released some junk they were working on. But
I mean, typical.
Bezos is the right singer with Beck. Yes. I still don't think it would be.
Who's the right singer with Beck?
I'm just saying, if you have the right singer.
Oh,
with
yes.
Beck. Yeah, and that's true.
And I think, in a weird way, I really wish whenever Tina Turner had that big comeback in the 80s and she put out that record in 1984, it would have been really cool to see Jeff Beck just play over all that and be in that touring band and like actually rip killer solos. Because I think he would have killed it with that, and I think Tina Turner was like no nonsense. Like she was like, no, we're gonna put on a good fucking show. Let's go do this.
I mean, that would have been cool. I'd been into that.
Dude, Tina Turner kicks. That record is badass front to back. She can't stand the rain.
Matt Johnson says, what are some interesting explorers you've seen come through the shop over the years? Any artists you think deserve a signature model? I know we had to do with Thunder, but the Edge comes to mind. We've probably seen less explorers than anything else, oddly enough.
I can only think of two.
Like,
Seriously, like my student has one, the ebony one, and then I think the other one was Larry's. That's the only two that I've seen come into the shop.
Yeah, we don't really get
Yeah.
a ton of them for whatever reason. I don't see a ton of them.
Yeah, no. I
but-
wish we did. Like, I'd love to see, like, some cool ones. I played, like, a 70s one that was, like, in that white. And I was like, this is kind of
It'd
dumb.
be cool if they did, like, if Gibson did sort of a high-ish end, maybe custom shop, like a Big Ed, like the one we. I mean, that guitar was friggin' amazing. But I don't know who deserves. I mean, who doesn't have who deserves a signature guitar that doesn't have one?
I think it would be cool for, and this is totally, like, self-service for me and probably you do a little bit. I would love to see a Tom Bukovac 335. I think he would come up with a blend of things that would be really great, and it would just be a killer player guitar. But I wouldn't consider it a signature model. I'd rather him just design it and be
Right.
like,
I was
this
just
is
saying,
what
and the
needs to be.
irony is that he's like old guitars.
Yeah, he's like, it can only be
I
an
mean,
inch.
other than like he's got the what is it, the Session Man, the Duesenberg.
Yeah. But
How many artists? How about this? How many artists can you think of who actually have signature guitars with multiple brands?
Jason Isbell.
Jason Isbell. There's and
Red Eye.
I'm thinking even less of like an acoustic and electric, more like
I don't know. I'm saying he's got.
he's got the
Red
Vitelli.
Eye,
He's got Red Eye.
Vitelli, and he's got an acoustic.
And he's got okay. I mean which is crazy for
That's
Jason
pretty
Isbell
cool.
to have that.
Yeah. But like, who else has?
I mean, Mike Gamble's got a Duesenberg. He's got a Fender, obviously.
I'm sure there had to have been Clapton reissues on the Gibson end where they did like the Fool or
They have done that, yeah.
You know, like,
they've
so-
done the Les Paul.
he would be there. Strat,
Yeah. And he's
Les
got a
Pauls,
Martin.
and a Martin.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. Dude, there's not many people that probably have all three.
No, I mean it's kind of weird. It's kind of neat to see. I mean, you could say Mayer because he had.
Yeah,
I mean,
Strat,
but it's
Silver
weirder.
Sky.
It's weird to see when they're producing them all at the same time. And we have to look at the timelines of all those things and see if how much overlap there was on all
Yeah.
of them. I mean, obviously there's overlap on the Isbell stuff.
Yeah. Jimmy Page at least has. Well, he's got an acoustic with Gibson, but it's he's got the Les Pauls, the double neck SG that he did, the acoustic that he did with Gibson, and the two tellies. You know how he did the Dragon tellies.
I mean, you could do it with Billy Gibbons could have like a Squires or Tellys and Gibson
Talk
stuff.
about the original guitar whore, dude. I love Billy Gibbons, but he's a little bit of a guitar whore. He's like jumping all around.
I just think you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
obviously he loves the Les Paul, he loves Pearly Gates, but then it's
But-
just like But he's also like you kind of get the vibe that like Pearly Gates might just break him in half if he hung something that heavier in his neck because he literally is so thin in person.
Isn't it weird that think about like Keith Richards, and then think about the fact that Ozzy Osbourne just passed away. I'm like, how is Keith Richards still alive? You know, how is Billy Gibbons still alive? How are these guys still kicking? And like, it's sad to see. I get that like Ozzy obviously lived a pretty hard lifestyle too, but it's like
Yeah, but he's still
yeah.
it's not like he died at
No, he's
50.
still
You know what I
lived
mean?
to
Like,
76.
I mean.
Snorting all that stuff up his face.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts. Alex Lifeson, Paul Gilbert, Adrian Smith, Keith
all
Richards,
the
and
people.
Cockroaches. are all
Dave
that we have.
Matthews.
Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. Dave Matthews, not a chance. I saw Ned said Johnny Greenwood. Yes, a Johnny Greenwood telly. It's kind of weird to me that Ed O'Brien had a signature vendor before Johnny Greenwood did. That's a little strange. But I do think that O'Brien's signature was badass.
Homegrown Son says, people get ready. You can see Beck playing a Telecaster and one scene teaching his son to play Telecaster drum. So I actually really like when Jeff Beck plays a Telecaster.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But he's a
enjoy
strap man through and through. Right?
But he's got the one Les Paul thing he loves too. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Just like old Martin Knopfler, the right tool for the right job. Mostly a Strat, but sometimes a Les Paul. I feel like he has gravitated towards Les Paul in his older years.
Is there a signature Mark Knopfler Strat?
Yeah.
He's probably got a Les Paul too.
I don't know. I've never seen that, but there might be.
Definitely got a resonator out
I don't know if they make the Strat anymore. Forever though, they made like a Fiesta Red Mark Knopfler Strat, and I really wanted it. Yeah. But then he kind of got away from the Strat stuff and went to like the kind of like super Stratty, like not really super Strat, like boutique-y, Tom Anderson looking stuff.
I think you have to be a certain level, like caliber of artist, and this is not me saying this. This is just what I think the market has dictated, or at least what big corporations dictate. You have to be a certain level to kind of be exempt to go and work with other brands like that and not.
And they don't
piss
get
somebody
it. Yeah,
off.
no,
Yeah.
because sometimes you're kind of signing your life away,
Yeah.
right? Like only play this.
Yeah, 'cause for me, I'd be
the
like-
smaller and the more the insignificant the deal is, the more they're like that.
Yes.
In my very limited experience.
Because for me, I'd be like, dude, I want a Gibson, I want a Fender, I love
Okay,
guitar.
here's an interesting one, right? So, Mike says, how many signature guitars are actually their own style, shape, name besides the Les Paul? I can only think of one other one. Well, that's not true. First off, there's the Albert Lee.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the Music Man Albert Lee is that weird shape.
Yeah.
It's its own unique shape.
Yep.
The other one maybe is the Dimebag Dean.
I got another one for you, girl. You ready? The Bo Diddley, baby.
The Bo Diddley.
Box, dude.
Dude, I would play a Bo
Square as
Diddley
hell.
like crazy. Would you want the square one, the rectangle one, or would you want like the Jupiter, like the offset? I think that's cool. I'd play the one though.
I don't know. I'd want to hold both and see which one got me more.
That one appeals to me more, the curves of it, than just the rectangle.
No, I get you though.
And the price is Brian May. Brian May's almost a weird one because he
That's
made his
his.
own,
Like that is like that's
And
its
I know you
own-
can. There's companies now that make like the Red Special, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they have anything to actually do with Brian May. Maybe they do.
Well, I think it's like one of
Is he,
those
like,
things where
licenses
you
them?
pay a royalty. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he gets like 10 to 20%.
Matt Johnson says didn't St. Vincent design her model. So it seems like maybe
Hers is cool.
Ernie Ball is open to that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
happen to be wearing my Ernie Ball hat today.
Yeah, Ernie and his
Yeah,
balls.
I am. So that's kind of cool. Corey Wong making his strap body like 5% smaller is kind of cool. That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just like Greg Kopp making his like 5% larger. I mean, it's a referend, but it's still it's a Telecaster shape. And I'm assuming they did the same thing on the straps.
I'm trying to think of any other ones. I feel like there are other shapes out there. They could be like, oh,
Billy Gibbons did the Banker, the SG, with the custom, like the sort of the Flying V headstocks, right?
Yep.
It's kind of neat.
And it's got the pinstripe.
I mean, that's not a crazy departure, but it's still cool. Still different.
How do we feel about the Flying V headstock? Because to me, I want the hockey stick thing. I don't like the V.
I
don't know.
think it's a little neat.
It's cool. I don't know. Seeing the Gibson on it, it's got to have the big Gibson, like the big
Yeah,
cheesy
yeah, that's
70s.
So what? Here's the question: non-Fender, non-Gibson. Talking electric guitars. Best headstock.
I mean, Carlos Castadosa is like minty. Like to me, that's sexy. It's not far off from the Fender realm though, but it's just enough that I'm like sick.
It's pretty derivative, but it's good. It's like the right amount. And his guitars aren't because like I think sometimes what's jarring is seeing stuff like that on exactly a Strat Tele body. So when the body is different enough and you see something close like that, it's cool.
Yes.
But I'm kind of a sucker for the Penguin / Falcon headstocks. I think that's a pretty amazing headstock.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
when I
think
look
of
at mine,
it.
I'm like, damn, man, it's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I think an issue that I have with certain headstocks, and it's easier to talk shit than it is to be like, that's what I love. But I think whenever headstocks are really small and tight, like
like the Music Man or the PRS.
yeah,
Like
and,
that?
like the PRS at least flares out, so
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah.
enough
Yeah.
headstock there. I saw if you go and look at the not Robin Trower, but who is it? Robin Ford, I think. It had an actual enlarged headstock for the PRS one, and I thought it looked killer. I was like, oh, that's dope.
A little bigger is actually
Yeah,
nice, right?
I was
Yeah.
like, I kind of
Yeah,
wish they
that's
would
true.
make them a little bit bigger, just to give it like some staple, like some bam,
I could agree with that.
But I do think, and really, what I'm talking about here is even smaller than that. Like you get into the Music Man stuff, and then also
With the one tuner on the other side.
yes, stuff
I
like that.
know there's probably I just
The EVH stuff where it's real tight
Yeah.
too. I'm like, what? It's get me
Dude.
some girth up there, dude.
this is not electric guitars, it's acoustic guitar. But guitars, they're actually great guitars that I hate the headstock so much, and I'm just like, why did they make us?
Ovation.
Well, I said they were great guitars. Do
Oh, that's right.
you remember? Oh, yeah, probably some of you still have them as Seagull guitars.
Yep.
Great
Well,
acoustic guitars, but my
like-
God, I hated the headstock.
Like nothing like that.
That was a bit of a detriment to me. And I mean, obviously that's just vanity. But,
BC Rich headstocks make a perfect weapon. This is true.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Small headstocks are lame.
I really needed a weapon. If I could get other choices.
Yeah. Honestly, a Telecaster would make a good smack.
I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it with
Keith Richards, dude.
Keith going.
Things stayed in tune.
Ned says, "Have you ever sit on a single headstock? They're pretty comfy. I mean, if we're going by that, most comfy to sit on, then sure."
Same with Heritage too. Yeah, the Heritage thing when it does that little, it's got like the miniature Gibson. I'm like, what is going on?
B. Lim says Tyler, and I'm assuming you mean the James Tyler. Yeah, I got it. They're horrible. I rant about this times. And for guitars that are supposed to be so amazing, it's like you got all the way there and you gave up. You're like,
That's what really hurts
No,
us
no
in these,
kidding.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, damn it, like you're this close.
you know.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm with Matty Woodrow. He says same with Heritage guitars. Like if their guitar headstocks were pretty much close to Gibson,
yeah.
there's a lot of those models. I'd be like, man, I want a Heritage. Like because some of their sort of ES style guitars and even Les Pauls I've played are phenomenal. They're really good. But I look at the headstock and I'm just like, oh.
Do you think the headstock has anything to do with tone and sustain?
Probably slightly.
Slightly. I agree. I think it is more so the angle.
That has a ton to do with it. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But now, like the mass might have something to do with it, right? Like just the because I do think there's something to chunkier necks seem to be more
Well, you
resonant in guitars.
have you ever used one of those Fender things, you know, it like goes onto the headstock, the headstock sustainers
The
or
fat
whatever.
head or whatever.
Yeah, you add that.
I mean, I've seen them. I've never really used enough to know if I.
Part of me's like, that's
Care.
a little silly. I think it has to be the wood for the vibration thing, you know. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. The fat finger.
Yeah. No.
I don't think the
honestly,
size-
I feel the same about GNL. I just kind of hate that stock.
Yeah, there's
You know?
something about the GNL headstock that is always like, it just bothers me. I don't know. It's real dumb.
So you know.
You know what's funny though? Like this headstock, no issues. I don't know. Like the little bitty old Gibson headstock, the Melody Maker headstock,
You're saying good or bad?
good. Like it's fine. It's just small enough, you know. But it's just big enough too. Like it's.
Well, I like that they make them smaller on these, but they do them.
Yeah.
They shrunk them the right amount. You
Yes.
know. I
Like,
would
it
agree
doesn't
with
feel
that.
like a toy, but it's also like, oh, I'm playing a neatsy little guitar.
You know. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah. What are you gonna do? Mark Stant says, I love the old Epiphone stock. Yeah, I don't really, Mark. I'm with you. I'm with you, sir. You know. I thought for a company that popped up like as an acoustic guitar company that wasn't like a historic, you know, Martin or Gibson, I think the Taylor had stocks. I mean, obviously, they just kept it simple. You know what I mean? Like in the ballpark of Gibson. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
I don't tend to like things that are off balance. Like if it's going to be three on the side, I kind of want it symmetrical at the top.
Yeah.
And that's just my own
No, totally. I think.
subjective thing. I mean,
Well,
that's not.
And going back to like talking about Music Man, the issues that I have there is whenever they do the like 4 on one side, 2 on the other.
Yeah.
Like that balance and symmetry kind of throws.
It's
things
kind of
off.
weird.
It's a little funky.
That one's weird because I don't know, like it's like a silver side headstock. It was so odd to look at first, but I've seen so many Music Mans.
Now
It's
you're
not
just
jarring
like,
anymore. You're like, all right, that's what
no,
it is.
that's just what it is.
So I don't know. I don't know.
This is a Melody Maker SG. It's pretty cool. It's got like super chunky neck on it.
Which is
It's kinda
weird for them.
Yeah, like it's still narrow this way, but it's chunky on the back side.
Yeah, string spacing's tiny, but tiny. I will tell you guys, one of my students last night, my pal Mike, got one of those new, which we ordered it for him. It just came in. I opened his lesson yesterday.
This new Player
The
2.
modified Player 2 with Floyd Rose.
Holy
That was a really shockingly good guitar.
Yeah.
Like I
I think the Player 2s, the modifieds especially, they're getting some stuff right there. That feels good.
which is nice.
It is.
I'm glad they're doing it. But yeah. Sean, you should see the look the Poison Ivy Telecaster gets with the 3x3 Gibson scale length. Yeah, no, I can see that. But it's cool. Pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having the whole snakehead telly thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I think those are cool. I'm like, ooh.
Kind of badass.
You know what I'd love to see somebody do? Take that snakehead telly and kick it back like a Gibson
Oh.
headstock and let it rip, dude. On a telly body, that would probably sound nuts.
God, that would be weird looking.
It would be weird looking, but I don't.
But
it'd
be cool,
I
yeah.
want to play it and
But it'd
see
be
it and be
weird
like, whoa.
Sean, I cannot stop. And then we're going to go because somehow it's just turned into a long live
We're
stream.
doing great.
We had to make up for all of our issues in the beginning. My SG lust is out of control.
My 335 lust is out of control. That's what I got going on, dude. It's not good.
Is there any new status on the old SG? Sean's SG getting fixed?
I got to take it to Nashville. We've been planning this wedding and doing all this crazy mess. So probably once we get on the other side of that, I'll make some time and we'll go in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I'll go see my Uncle Mark. I'll tuck away from the cold. I'll bury my face in his bosom and I'll just be like, Mark, fix it, Mark,
That's
fix
a picture
it.
I kind of want to see. Your face buried in Mark's
I bet
bosom.
whenever we go out there, Mark would be like, yeah, we can do it. Like, I wanted to be under his leather jacket, me burying my face into his left hip. Mark, have we found the 345 yet? Is it over yet? I hope they find it. I'm like, damn, dude, all that fanfare and we ain't got nothing yet. It's weird.
It's got to come.
It's
Then
going
are we going on a hunt for Bino?
think we should.
Or is it hands off because we know where it is?
Well, if we know where it is,
I feel like I mean we don't know where it is. We're not that cool.
we don't know.
But
Yeah.
but I feel like people
know.
where it is.
I think
obviously
they should talk to that guy, talk to Clapton, get everybody together.
Before Clapton dies.
Let the water go into the bridge. Who cares, right? Clapton hasn't had the guitar for like 50
He didn't
years.
care.
Whatever,
I mean, maybe he
right?
cares, but he doesn't care.
If
I
he
mean, the
does
person who has
care-
it didn't steal it. You know what I mean? So
If
it's
he
like,
does
whatever.
care, you just smack him in his chin and let his dentures hit the top ones. So he's like,
Like, I don't know if Clapton cares enough to want to buy it back. Maybe he does.
No.
But
Well, I mean-
you know, not at this point, man.
he's so old. I'd just be like, hey man, here, play it. You know, I'd get it back when, when it's over. You know what I mean?
I got the value on ChatGPT. It's yours when I
The
die.
fair value.
It's a long story.
So ChatGPT told me
It's
this is
a
how you do it.
long story, guys. We probably shouldn't go into it, but Clapton's dentures is a fiber slap. That's hilarious. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. What else? Anything else, boys? That's probably about it for the day. We should probably go be marginally productive.
We gotta make some action happen. We're gonna do it. I guess I gotta walk over there and cut this thing off.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You should have it turn around. We can just, when it's just me and you, we can throw something at it.
Just break the computer every week like a hammer. Just
Oh, Gretsch, Limited, Steven Stern, Master Build 62 Duo Jet. Now, I would play that. I was going to show you guys, my pedal board is down here. I was going to show you guys something, but we'll save it for next time because, yeah,
we'll do some pedal board talking next week.
we'll do this pedal board talking.
We'll get in here and bring my stuff in.
No! Get a little message from old
Wildwood
Kevin Walsh.
SG, baby.
Kevin Walsh.
It's a great SG.
Kevin Walsh is a good dude. He's like he's always looking out for us, which I appreciate. A lot of you guys are always looking out for us. Oh my God,
right
that's the
here.
other thing we need to do a little record on. Is the
I know. And
Taylor
also,
Burner.
now when we get back to some videos, we'll bring in some. I got Kevin Walsh has sent a high tone to my home,
Nope.
and we got to talk about high tones, high watts, and all the things in between. He said it got demoted from the wall. I just wanted to show him it's actually been promoted to being the side piece. Right
It's
here, ready to rock.
That's true. I've actually had a thought the last couple nights about coming here and doing some Instagram stuff with that one, and I just have been lazy. But we'll get him sorted.
It's not bad.
It's a cool guitar.
It's not bad.
What was I gonna say something. Oh, yeah. So we got first Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, which is the big little shindig, where we first met a 9-volt and all that kind of stuff. But I, with the help of our dear friend Baxter Clem and Roland J. Beckerman, we're gonna be rocking the old first Friday. I don't think they've let any local folks do it really,
Ever.
other than now.
It's the first time.
I don't know why they've
ever.
had such a lapse in judgment this time, but they have. And I believe old Sean will be playing with our pal Chelsea Dawn, opening up. And then it's going to be a good time. So if you're anywhere around,
It's
we're going to try to video it. So
We're gonna
no
do it,
promises, but we're trying. Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be top shelf mediocre music.
Aggressively mediocre, we call it.
Aggressive as hard as we can go on the mediocre. We're all limited.
Fellas, I stand erected. Correct.
So,
That's
All
what
right.
he said.
we love you all. Mighty Woodrows erect, correct, whatever. Hit the bell, hit like, hit subscribe, share this thing.
Call us.
Thanks for hanging out through our trials and tribulations in the beginning. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Shalom.